Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams will need their quarterbacks to step up and lead their offenses on the gridiron today. It's Cousins' Vikings going up against Manning's Panthers.
Larry, with a beautiful skyline towering just to the right of us, you get a look inside Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. Now a play fake here on first down. And he will find his man on the outside. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make...
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. Got a man, it's the rookie Curtis Samuel. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Here's the former Bronco. It's C.J. Anderson with his first carry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Eric Kendricks, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the 50, Newton. This one complete to Devin Funchess. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. Fresh set of downs here. Newton to throw. And Olsen over the middle. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways because...
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Demontre Moore in there to sack him for a loss of 6. To throw on second down is Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. He's at the 50. the 30, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
Oh, I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. Now onto the field, here come the Panthers. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long?
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Anthony Barr in there for the sack, and he's closing in on that all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Pulled in at the 24. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Around the NFL, an update from a game going on down in Tampa. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. He'll buy some time right. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Here's Beathard to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. We'll check on his status when we get back. To throw is Beathard. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Back to throw Beathard. The throw left side complete to Treadwell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. To throw is Beathard. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he'll have the 1st down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. He'll run for it with Cook, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Defense in a good spot. Let's see how the offense responds with a 2nd and 13 now. Out of the gun, Newton. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Third and long, it's Newton. There he goes to Cameron Artis-Payne here. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. They go play action here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. Give him 30 yards there. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career.
On 1st down, Newton escaping the pressure right. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. First down, here's the run with Anderson. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. They run it again with Anderson. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. A shotgun snap for Newton. And it's intercepted at the goal line. It's Tedrick Thompson, the rookie from Colorado. Gets past one man.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Here we go.
Beathard. Dancing to his left. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Short throw, pick six right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Coming up later tonight, a reminder, one of the best rivalries going. We'll have the Ravens and Steelers for you at 8:30 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday night, another divisional matchup. This time it's the Pats heading down to Miami to take on the Dolphins.
Nice twofer there.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. A very solid gain of 27. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? The tight end in motion right. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. That goes for a gain of 31.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass.
And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct, and what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now, but later when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
And this is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On 2nd and 10, Newton. He goes underneath for Anderson. And now running right through him. They'll give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3rd and 2, Newton. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr in there for the 20th time this year as he continues what could be a record-setting season. Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for his 2nd punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. And now out comes Minnesota. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Beathard. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
On play action, they'll throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is in.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Carolina getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. I think this is a free play for Newton. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Second down and just one. Back to throw, Newton. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. On first down, it's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 25. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Beathard to throw. Space to maneuver at the 40. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. Lets it fly for Treadwell. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 10. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. Well, we're going to let you off a little easy there, LR. Halftime interrupted, and we are ready to get to this third quarter. An update from down in Tampa. It's the Lions that have grabbed the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Anthony Barr in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow. On second down, here's Newton. Flushed out right. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Panthers on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Snags it for the pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place, but what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened.
And I think the ball's out, and this is going to kick out of bounds. Boy, a fortunate bounce or two there They'll keep possession back inside the 10-yard line.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board, and all things considered, a good opening drive here to begin the third quarter.
It sure was. I think as a head coach, you're happy to come out and put a little drive together, take the 3 points, and build on your lead.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Here's Newton now on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
Newton now to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Handoff comes to Anderson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window, and they've got to go a little bit faster in order to try and win the game.
Anderson. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Now Newton on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. This the most important of them all, 3rd and goal. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
On second down, Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. The Vikings on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll throw here. Beathard. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Deshaun Hall in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. By the way, third quarter now in Cincinnati as we take a look at the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Newton now to throw. That's Samuel caught left side. And he's brought down after a good gain. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. To throw on second down is Newton. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Panthers on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5. To the air again, Newton. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. And the screen only good for 3 that time, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
They'll run for it. Anderson. He needed 2. He only got 1. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. They start the drive with Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
To throw is Beathard. Left side caught by Diggs. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards through the air and a first down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Open space inside the 10. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That good for 22 and a first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Beathard to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. And, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
He finds his man, the tight end Olsen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense has felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
And now a first down following that long gain. Out of the gun, Newton. Escaping the pressure right. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Devin Funches, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers have got it back to a 1-score game. Gano out to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. On after the sack, he's still down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So certainly not what they were hoping for, especially on the road. Their starter forced to the locker room. And now all eyes here on the backup as he takes under center. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 26. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. To throw is Newton.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr in there for sack number 22 on the year. Just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. They run it again with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. They run the counter with Cook, and this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. And his kick is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the 4th quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now it's Newton. And he comes back with one complete. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. And 15 yards there on the catch and run. Now Newton.
That was a nicely run slant route.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 45. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
And that one could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And the Panthers coming out now. On first down, Newton. And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. On first and 10, Newton. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And incomplete on the deep ball. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's third down. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final two plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 34. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
They are on to the fourth quarter in Jacksonville. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Second and 10, Newton again. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing third and long. Now Newton. Buying time to his left. Now a oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they do finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 41. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know,